Yorme, just a question on this. No, I mean, this is something that many people are trying to wrap their head around, both internationally and domestically. Yung issue na just parang few months ago, you were being considered as the unity opposition candidate, no? And many people who are not very happy with the status quo, you're very, very excited with the potential run by you for the presidency. But now, more recently, you've been positioning yourself potentially as the administration bet and being endorsed by the president. How do you explain to people who are trying to wrap their head around this? How did this transition happen?
When I say unity and healing, is unity about commonality on how to address existing challenges sa bansa. So, I can work with anybody, whether dilaw ka, o pula ka, o administrasyon ka, o opposition ka. We must work together because there's challenge. No? That's what you call the unity and healing. Right. It's about the problem. It's about politics or being administration or opposition. It's always about the situation. How can we work together? We may disagree with some political views or ideology, but first things first, paano natin itatawid yung tao? Right. Paano natin iraraos yung tao? Paano maiibsan yung suliranin ng tao in terms of what? Inflation, in terms of cost of living, yung panatag, yung damdamin niya na, tapos na ba COVID? May COVID ba? Kaya ba namin? May gamot ba kami? May trabaho ba kami? Bukas pa ba negosyo ko? Kaya ko bang isurvive yung negosyo ko? Kasi government is always about the people. Right. It's not about us. It's not about us being unified at para manalo lang sa eleksyon. Because that's politics. While it is true that I live in politics, I live in that kind of environment, but dapat secondary in decision making lang yun. Ang primary decision making is how can we resolve this now? Well, at the end of the day, you must win, and you have to do the second part of it. No, but
so politics. That may consideration ka pa rin ng
you have to. You really have to. As you, with regard to your question, as you can see, sometimes you have to bend a little to get more support. Because it's always about winning. You cannot change things outside the system. You must be part of the system so that you can introduce changes or maybe directions or your aspirations for your people or for your country, your dreams and things that you can share based on practice, based on what you have done in the past. Na baka naman na effective. It may be an old school way, portion of it, or maybe a new way because of available science. In governance or maybe literally technology that can be adapted in government.
You have a very interesting parang yung campaign and team mo, which is like they're stalwarts of Duterte administration, some of them, right? I mean,
and some of them are also from the other side.
And exactly, then you have Action Democratico, very progressive party, Raul Roco's legacy. You have Samira Gotok, who formerly ran under the Liberal Party coalition in 2019. So it's a very interesting combination of people from across the political spectrum.
Also some portion of the Dilawans who were.
Right. So is this was this spontaneous or was this kind of a kind of deliberate strategy on your part to make sure meron kang a team that really reflects the full spectrum of political views and all?
It came naturally. Parang siguro they believe on what I'm saying. They believe on what I have done, or maybe they believe on the goals. And giving importance on problem at hand. Kumbaga, you need that, maybe, I don't know, ayoko silang pangunahan, you need somebody who really can address the problem. And if they see it in me, they are welcome to help me. And I don't ask them kung dilaw sila, pula sila, no. In fact, some of them disagrees on some points, and which I respect because this is democracy. But at the end of the day, kaninang umaga sumikat ang araw. Sigurado ako pagdating ng dapit hapon lulubog to. So decision should be made. Ayoko kasi yung too much analysis. Things must be addressed swiftly. That's why even the campaign, as you can see, bilis kilo. So we have to bilisan natin. Hindi tayo pwede mamuhay ng arguments or cancel culture dahil ayaw sa atin o o galit tayo dyan kasi sinuportahan ito. Hindi po pwede yun ngayon eh. Hindi, it may be ideal in Disneyland, no, or maybe in Wonderland, no, but this is real life, this is real situation, and there's real threat.
So you're saying essentially purity doesn't win you office.
I think yung purity will never work
In real politics.
in real world. In Disneyland, yes. It's all
But in Disneyland,
oh, di ba? Kumbaga, if you live in Wonderland, you can create your environment, you can create your own world. But this is the real world. We have to deal with the pandemic. We have to deal with basic goods, the price of basic goods. We have to deal with an archipelagic country like us. And at the same manner, we have to deal with the world. Ito yung reality. And you cannot do that on the basis of what you only believe. Kumbaga, ikaw lang yung parang holier than thou o ikaw lang yung may monopoly ng knowledge. Now, if that is the case, then you'll be left behind. You cannot address things because you need a lot of hand to work on to the problem. I mean, sa problema ng buhay ng tao, kailangan mo ng katulong. And two heads are better than one. I always believe in collective ideas. But decisions should be made. Direction should be created. Di ba? Hindi po pwedeng, teka muna, hindi ko gusto yan kasi binentahan yan yung kalaban ko kaya ka-cancelin ko na order ko dyan o hindi kasi ganito yan kaya ayoko na sa kanya. No, you cannot do that. You cannot do that in governance. Unless you want to be an authoritarian o anong tawag dyan, diktator. Ako hindi. I listen if you make sense.